few years ago, I was doing a show in Frasier, and after I performed, the next comic got up and said, "Give it up for Betsy Miller. It takes courage to get up here and be that white." 3 years ago, me and my very white family moved from Lincoln, Nebraska to a black neighborhood in Memphis. And I say very white family because my daughter is blonde, my son is a redhead, and my husband likes to go for walks after dark. Even I'm not that white. I went to my first comedy open mic in my neighborhood at this club called the Comedy Junt. I only knew what 2 of those 3 words meant. I go in, and all the regular comics are there, and this man comes through, and he's fist bumping people. Hello, hello. He comes to me. He's like, oh. I was like, it's cool, man. I'm just here to sling jokes, not complain to the manager. But it's been wonderful. I've learned a lot. When I lived in Lincoln, I had never heard the phrase, feeling a certain type of way. And I'd never heard it before, and so when I heard it for the first time, I did what white moms do. I Googled it and got bad information and started embarrassing myself. So I called my husband up and I said, "Hey, babe." Oh, Google said that feeling a certain type of way meant feeling horny, which is... I called up my husband and I said, "Hey, babe, why don't you come home? I'm feeling a certain type of way." He said, "Oh, me too. I think it was the wings." Then I was talking to my neighbor, and I said, "Hey, can you recommend a church?" And she said, "You know, I really only go when I'm feeling a certain type of way." No wonder y'all love Jesus down here. So my son he's the redhead, he's 12. He is the only white kid in the school, and he is autistic. Raise your hand, you got a kid in your life who's autistic that you love. Yes, very, very common. Anyway, so he goes to this school. It's hard for me sometimes to determine what his behavior is stemming from. Like, he has a really hard time when things do not go exactly the way that he expects. And so this will happen at school, and he'll throw a huge fit. And honestly, I don't know if that's the autism or if he's just trying to rep our people. People are always scared to laugh at that joke. I'm not here to complain to the manager. Another time, his teacher called me and said he'd gotten in trouble for something. And he said, "Mom, that was not me. They must have me confused with someone else." That's not going to work anymore, son. And then there was the time where, you know, when your kid's autistic, they make accommodations in the classroom. And one of his accommodations is that he's allowed to sit away from the other students and near the teacher. So I walk in his classroom one day, and all the kids are sitting in a circle with their desks. And my son is out here, outside the circle, near the teacher. And I said to the teacher, I see what you're trying to do here, and I appreciate it, but the optics here are real bad. We did not seek out living in a black neighborhood. What happened was that we didn't know anybody in Memphis. We had friends of friends. Bob and Penny were their names. And we said, "Hey," you can guess. So we asked them, "Hey, are there neighborhoods that we should try to avoid?" And they said, "Yes, don't live south of Quince or near the airport." And I said to my husband, "All right, so that's where we can afford to live." So we got our place south of Quince and near the airport, and honestly, it's great. Okay, it's an Aldi neighborhood, but it's a Walmart street. it's fine. And I said to my husband, thinking back, I wonder, gosh, I hate to use this word loosely, but do you think maybe Bob and Penny were, do you think maybe they were pussies?